chance this weekend?
Look, they're making progress, and we'll see. We've got a couple other knocks within the camp, but we'll see how they are.
Whenever Gerard Branthwaite is ready to come back, though, I'm guessing that Michael Keane has given you a bit of a decision to make at centre-half anyway, given the way that he started the season.
Well, that's the job, isn't it? We have a squad of players, and you hope that the players who give the opportunity, they can hang on to the jersey. I thought Michael's done great for us in the games he's played, so long may that continue.
When you look at the chain of players that you had through the summer, are you ahead of schedule in terms of getting everyone to gel?
Well, I think we've started well enough, but I always hoped that we'd got off to a good start and hoped that we could, not be round the bottom end of the league. I'd hoped we'd always be closer to the top end of the league. So it gives us something to hang on to, something to fight for, and try and be up round the top end. Look, we didn't get all the players we'd wanted in the window, but most managers would probably say that. But I have to say that we've got a fair amount, and we get quite a bit of work done in the summer. So hopefully we're moving in the right direction.
What confidence is that foundation that you've created this season now given to the lads to move forward from here now?
Well, I've told the players that we certainly want to go away from the position we've been in over the last few years. It's been difficult for the managers, it's been difficult for the club and the players, especially for over the last few years. We want to enjoy it, we want to try and play better, we want to try and win more often. We're trying desperately to challenge all the big teams, and we'll try and do that throughout the season.
So what's the build-up been like to a Merseyside derby? Has it changed over the years, given your involvement in it?
Well, football's changed a lot of ways for coaches and managers. There's much more games now in football. There's more opportunities to watch games live than maybe there was years and years ago. But I have to say, we have another game, we prepare for it. We want to keep our good form going, and we look forward to going to Anfield and seeing how we perform.
For the fans, it's obviously always an occasion. How would you describe the Merseyside derby?
Well, I think any big derbies in any cities, big cities, are always really important. This has always been an incredibly difficult game for me personally, because we've always come up against a really good Liverpool teams, whatever it's been. Teams who've had some great players over the years and made it really hard for us. But we've always been competitive. It will not change. We'll always do everything we can to try and get a victory. Has
it meant more the longer you've been associated with it?
I think that the gap between the two clubs in my first stint is as close as it had ever been. We'd had our times where we finished above them a couple of times, but I've got to say it's been hard because they've been such a successful football club, winning trophies. We've had to sort of live with that and get on with our own problems, which we've had probably more recently. But I think certainly now we're in a much better place, and we look as if we're heading towards a much better place as well.
And when you look at the challenge that you'll face against them, what difference do you see in Liverpool this season compared to last?
Well, obviously they've brought in a lot of really good players. Over recent years, Jurgen Klopp's teams have been fantastic. I think Arne Slot's come in and done a brilliant job for his club in the 1 year he's been here. They've gone out and bought some real top players, which has strengthened them again. So they've looked to improve again, but I think we've improved as well. And I think from my point of view, I have to look at us and what we are doing, and I want us to keep improving and getting better if we can.
Does it impact your thinking at all when you don't necessarily know how long a player like Isak is going to play for? Arne Slot's made it clear that he's not quite up to match speed just yet. So does it impact your thinking at all, your preparation? No, you don't just focus on one player.
No. Well, I can't focus on the Liverpool players. I've got to focus on getting my own players ready and fit for the game and performing well. But undoubtedly, you have to consider that they've got some really talented footballers, and Isak's another one of them.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, Vinny. We'll go to John T at Premier League Productions.
Morning, David.
How you doing?
Talk about your own personal experience there of Merseyside derbies. Do you notice it in the players, though, in the build-up to what is undoubtedly a game with such scrutiny, such attention, there's such a buzz around the city? Do they feel it as well?
Well, if you've played in derbies or you've been involved in them, you'll know that it's always hugely important to win it if you